Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. So today we're doing another build video, and the base we're building this time is the Argossean Sunken Plaza base, we're going to call it. Because as you can see, the plaza sinks its way into the middle of the screen, and we're using the Argossean build set, which comes from the Architects of Argos DLC. We are also using some pieces from the Argossean Observatory pack that you can get from the Bazaar, but that isn't a requirement. You can build just as well using the standard Argossean build set, and indeed you could probably use any other build set to build this base. Here is the footprint that we're using right now. Let's get building. Right. Here we are, and we've started with a 6-wedge circle in the middle. That's going to be our starting point of our sunken plaza. This wedge is going to be basically the lowest point of the whole plaza and the whole base. So it's just above the sand, but as you can see the sand does go up here, but we're going to be stepping up as well. Okay, right, so in our tricks and tips, 5 building tricks and tips video, we showed you how to do the fence foundation to step up your step down your foundation, sorry. Here we want to do a step up for the foundations, and that's not quite as easy. To step up, you have to you can use a fence, or I think door frames work as well. Now if we put a fence on these pieces here, and then put on, we've got 2 snap points, just like we had with the fence foundation, but if we put the upper snap point and then take away the fence, you can see that has actually gone 2 steps up, not just the 1 step that the fence foundation would do, so you can't actually walk up there. So what I'm going to do is the next row will need to be 2 steps up, so I'll put that like that, and then I'm going to take these ones away. And now we can use the fence foundation on those pieces, and you can just see it. That's the lower point, there's the normal point, and there's the 1 lower point. We can stick that on there, take another one of these, stick it in, and then take out the fence foundation, and then we now have a snap point at that height, which is walkable. So we've got the center point, the first ring, and the second ring. We've got their heights sorted, so now we just have to do a ring all the way around. There we go, that's the first ring. Now we've already got the height for the second ring, so we can work our way around and do a second ring. Okay, now I want to do the next ring. Needs to be another step up, so unfortunately we're going to have to do the whole fence thing again. So fence, and do there, but we don't want it to be too high, so we're going to put a fence foundation on there and bring it down by 1, and then we can take away the fence, we can copy that, take away that, and place another ring. And then let's do another ring of this height. Okay, there we go. Right, this one is 1, 2, 3, 4 wide, but we want it to be 6, so we're going to have to do 2 more rings. It'll get 1 wider with every ring. But I want them to be at this height, so we're going to do 2 more rings at this height. That's 1. Okay, there we go. So each bit should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be a hexagon all the way around with 3 layers sinking down into the ground. And I've got 3 layers that are flat. You could easily do all 6 sinking into the ground and get it a bit higher if you so wish. But that'll do for us now. Right, so now that we've got the central plaza, we're going to have 5 buildings off of the one entrance on one side, and then the other 5 sides will have buildings in it to put our various stations in. So they are going to be 4x4s. So one in from the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a square. Of course, this is the Argossean build set, which doesn't have a pattern direction, so you can stick them in any pattern you like. And then this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that just clips the sand just at the edge, so if that was any worse than that, we might have to actually move the whole thing up 1 level, but we'll be okay with that. Right, see this side. 3, 4. Right, so the side pointing to that building I want to be the sort of main building, and the opposite from there, which will be over here, will be the entrance. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's too deep. I think we do 2, 4. But this is only 2 wide because this is our entrance, like so. Right, let me do the other sides. Here we go. Right, so that is the base plate down. We've got 5 sides that have got the 4x4 building shapes, and 1 entrance that's just the 4x2. Okay, right, the actual buildings. Let's go to... So this is the Argossean Observatory door frame. That's the normal door frame. So if you don't have the observatory door frame, you can use the normal ones. That's fine. But I'm going to put 2 doors at the middle. That way we never get stuck with our followers blocking the door for us. We've always got a spare door. And then I'm going to put window frames around all the other sides. Like so. Right, and then again, I'll use the observatory dome roof. You could use the standard Argossean sloped roof. It's just that the standard one's straight edges, the observatory one is domed, and I'm going to put one of them in each corner. Like so. And then we've got the matching slope walls, either the straight ones for the standard or the domed ones for the observatory. Like so. And then I'm going to put the standard windows in here in this 4. Now, I'm going to use this here, the observatory starry fresco ceiling pieces, just to fill that in. Again, that's part of the Argossean Observatory set. If you don't have that, it's not a major problem. Right, I'll spin it round so the post's in the corner. Post in the corner, and post in the corner. Because then we get that lovely starry fresco ceiling piece. It's so nice. Right, head outside. We're going to climb up on the roof, and then we're just going to finish that off with these corner pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 1, in you go. 4, and then finally, just because the edge between the wall and the roof isn't not that great. I'm just going to stick some fence foundation, not foundation, some fence pieces around the edge there, just to make it a little bit more interesting. And I'm going to do the same, get down over there, I'm going to do the same around here as well. There we go. And that's one of our buildings, with its nice little domed roof with the starry fresco inside. So I just have to do this another 4 times now. I'll see you when I've done it. Okay, that's the other buildings done, and I've done this 5th one just in the standard Argossean set without the observatory pieces, just to let you see what it could look like if you don't have the... oh, it's actually got the Argossean doors on it. Let me just quickly fix that. Normal doors, and we'll stick the normal doors on here. There. So that's what it would look like if you just used the standard set with the straight angled roof instead of the domed roofs. So still looks cool. Still looks cool. Okay, right. All they need now is doors. We're going to set the doors. You can see the door handle there on the right hand side. And on this one, we're going to flip it over so both doors open that way. On here, flipped over, door, flipped over, door, flipped over, door, and flipped over. Right, last bit, we have the entrance. Right, so on the entrance, we're going to have... again, I'm going to use door pieces here, but you could use awnings or standard doors or whatever. I'm going to use these observatory arch walls. So I've got to have... that's back to the front. I've got to have one here, here, there, and there, and then I've got to have another one here, like so, and like so, and then we're going to have these end pieces on the roof at either side, and these pieces here across like that. So we've got that sort of little doorway entrance. Right, we're going to need to have some stairs here. I think we're going to have pieces out like that. Fill in that hole there. I tell you what, I'm going to take that away. I'm going to use our fence foundations here, right up at their normal level, like so. Can I take that piece away as well? I can, and then put plain walls in here to get that pattern. Not there, that'll be a step. And now I can fill that hole back in. Like that. And we've got a slightly better, nicer edge. Let's take that one away. Fence foundations again. Oh, that didn't go in. Like so. And then we can put the walls in. And then fill that with foundations. Now we can put the stairs in. Let's use the one with actual stairs on it. Spin round. Here. Here. Because then when we fill this hole here with these left sloping walls, they are matching in with that wall as opposed to the pattern on the foundation. So that now all matches. We can put a corner piece here and then another one there just to wrap around. Just to finish that off a bit better. Like that. And then a slope wall in there, and then we'll just finish these bits off with some fences, and then these gaps between there's one block on either side, we'll fill them up with fences as well. Like so. And then we're almost done. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out... I'm going to replace these 6 pieces in the middle, because if we go to... I think it's the stable set. Yeah, we've got these wedges that are hay covered. We don't quite have ones that are dirt covered. What's the arena set look like? Let me drop one in there. Yeah, it still has it's like sand with a bit of the stone. So let's use the stable set. And we use those pieces. I'll actually drop down a little bit further as well. I've got to replace those there. And I guess it looks a little bit more like dirt. And then we can go to decorations, plants, and we've got some trees here, so small cypress trees. Let's drop one of that kind in the middle, and let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down there, and then let's just edge that off a bit better with some Argossean fences. Let's see. Oh, missed. There we go. And then we've got some trees in the center there. So that's the basic building part now. So you can come in the entrance here. We've got the Sunken Plaza in the middle, and we've got our various buildings around the outside. So now I just need to do some decorating. There we go then, that is the Argossean Sunken Plaza build. A pretty easy build, there's not an awful lot of tricks going on here. Just that whole moving the foundations up and down to certain extents. But everything else is pretty much a standard build piece, but I think looks pretty good. So, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.